Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early March 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So we're going to get right down to business, right down to work. We're going to get an oracle card out here. So let's shuffle it up one time just to start this reading off nice and smooth. We're going to have a little bit of fun today, Aries. Let's see what's going on. My guides and spirit team, talk to me. And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card with the Shadowland Tarot just to see what type of shadows might be around you or what shadow work you might want to lean into, which is always an interesting little spin on every reading. So there's much for you to consider. Let's get this first card out here, though. As always, you only take what hits. You know how these readings go. Only what resonates with you, my friends. And yeah, this energy has been sticking around for many, many collectives. We have a possible complicated or multi-person, multi-energy thing happening here. And we'll go a little more in depth with this card. Before we do, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the March subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you're active on Twitter, my handle's at kyleofcups. Please feel free to tweet me things. But into the reading we go. You see the man, you see the woman, you see various different pictures. And I always like to mention that one time I was doing a reading and this showed up, someone mentioned that this card could also represent social media. So maybe some of you are spending a little more time on social media. Maybe there's like important things going on that are tied in, tapped in with social media. So maybe that's something you might want to check in with. But to me, this could either be any community type of energy, multiple people. But another thing I always feel with this card, I always say it, is it could be various different energies affecting you. Good, bad, in between. Maybe you have a lot of things going on, a lot of things on your plate. You might be a very busy bee when we have a card like this showing up. So it's going to be interesting to see how it ties in with the whole tarot reading itself. So let's do that. We're going to put this down here. We're going to shuffle these tarot cards up for you. We'll get you 3 in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify as always. So let's see what's going on here, my guides. Talk to me about Aries. What do we got for my friends? So, last week's reading, it was titled An Explosive Warning. The week before that was Exciting News Incoming. So there has been a very powerful energy around the Aries collective overall. Now, in regards to last week's reading with the explosive warning, I just want to say almost all the collectives have been getting towers and tons of swords and a lot of things. There's something in the energetic ether and air. So we're going to see what we have for you this week. Hopefully it's starting to lighten up. You know, energy's always changing, moving, shifting. But let's see what we got here for Aries. Early March, please. Beautiful. That's a good start. I don't want to get too carried away just yet, but whenever we start a reading with the 9 of Pentacles, that's a beautiful one. It's a beautiful card, too, if you look at the artwork on it. Okay, hey, we got our good friend, the King of Cups, a.k.a. Kyle of Cups with a beard. And in this rendition, he's having himself a little swig of that wine bottle. So we'll talk about him. Let's get one more out here. What do we got for Aries? Thank you. Okay, so you're going to have a bonus this week. On the back end, we have the 2 of Swords. This could be a little mystery. I don't want to say confusion, but that is a big mysterious type of card. And on the very back end, we have the Ace of Wands. That is a very Aries type of energy to deal with. So what we're going to do right now, we'll go through, I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes of these cards. Then we'll get into the juicier intuitive messages as always. So starting this off in position number 1, we're starting off with a very solid, very abundant, extremely prosperous type of energy. The 9 of Pentacles, yes, this could be a very powerful, divine, feminine energy. But when we see this, we think of something that is very grounded, similar to the Empress in a way, lots of pentacles, so you could be seeing influxes of money, abundance, the material aspects of life. This bodes very well for that. But like I always say, this is an independence-driven type of card as well. So maybe some of you are thirsting for a little independence in some way, wanting to call the shots about a situation. But it's a good sign. So we're going to need to clarify it. That'll really tell the tale. Moving to the center, we have our good friend here, Mr. King of Cups himself. This could represent a water sign, okay? Doesn't matter, male, female, in between. It's water sign energy. Now, kings represent control of their respective suit. So when we see the King of Cups, emotions, we think of maybe one trying to control their emotions. Maybe you're feeling things extremely strong in this time. This card is an indicator of love, romance, creativity. Those things that just flow through us like those watery energies, which is really nice. So if it doesn't represent a person, all the things that we spoke about could be the theme, could be the name of the game, specifically emotion. Now, moving to the very, very back end, We have the Two of Swords. All twos in tarot could represent decisions, crossroads. Do I go left? Do I go right? I always say this one represents mystery to me because the woman is always wearing a hoodwink. She's blindfolded, so there could be things going on, unexpected, mysterious, surprising, things that you might not know about just yet, or things that could just pop up and surprise you. But in some cases, this could be a little bit of confusion, like I said. So maybe there's something that's going to pop up in this time, a situation. You might not know how to handle it on the spot. But we'll see what this is all about in a moment. Because moving to the very back end, we have the Ace of Wands. All aces are opportunities. This is very, very fired up. This could represent one's libido, of course, because this is a phallic symbol. So you might be a little more wound tight than you normally are in that regard. But this is that fiery, burning passion within us, that energy to get things going, get things done. So you might be feeling extra vibrant in these times, hopefully. Or there's situations involving your life force, your energy, your motivation, and your focus. So with all that being said, we're going to dive deeper. We're going to jump in and clarify. So let's get one more good shuffle here, my guides. Talk to me. What do we have for the Aries collective in early March? What's going on here for my friends? And yeah, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. We're going to go in on this Nine of Pentacles. And as always, to everyone else out there that reads tarot, please feel free to give your own interpretations down below. That's why the box is here, so you could just play along, and it might be a pertinent message for your collective. So let's see what's going on here. I don't mind whatsoever, trust me. We all learn together. So why is this Nine of Pentacles here? Thank you. Quick. Very, very quick. Oh yeah, this is something really good coming your way. Now this is another card that could represent a person or an individual. We have the Knight of Swords. This is extremely fired up. It's something coming in like a rocket. So when I said last week we had that explosive, fast-moving energy, which has been sticking around for the past few weeks, it's interesting that it ties in with the mystery on the back end. But when I see the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, it says either something's going to settle down and become a lot easier for you. So if times have been hectic, if the energy we were talking about with the Oracle card is true, you have a lot on your plate, a lot going on, a little scattered, things could start settling down. But for some of you, this could be some sort of huge victory coming your way. Now, yes, the Knight of Swords can be a little combative, a little confrontational sometimes. But to me, this is just speed, forward movement, progression. And when we link it in with this Nine of Pentacles, it just feels super abundant. Now, wins and victories come in all different shapes and sizes. So it's up to you how that fits in your day-to-day life and into your story. But something could take a very good spin or a good twist for you in the coming days and weeks. Okay, very nice. Win or victory, triumph, whatever. We'll just call it any of those three. Let's go in on this King of Cups. So why is this King of Cups here? And of course, as I always say, these cards could have multiple other meanings. But it's just how it's feeling to me, my friends. Yeah, Ten of Swords in reverse. Now could be a big time to do some healing on yourself, healing those, and that's an intuitive thing that just like popped up right now, is you might really be able to assist somebody close to you in feeling better. Now, yes, this could represent you. For some of you, it's some sort of ending with a water sign that's already happened, that's popping up in the energy. But when we have the Ten of Swords in reverse, that's the best way we want to receive this. So it feels like a very healing base type of energy to me. So you might be able to make strides, feel better, even keeled emotionally. And like I said in the beginning, I felt like things starting to settle down and good things coming in. But I also feel like there might be someone around you that needs your help, needs your assistance. Okay, someone might come knocking at the door and you might be able to be of big assistance to them. Or maybe that's been happening, like people are like, hey, can you give me a hand? Can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? That's what we're feeling here. But let's go in on the Two of Swords. I don't want to talk that to death. Then I'll give you a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. Interesting stuff, but Aries, like I said, overall, this is feeling pretty positive to me. Let's see what's up with that Two of Swords, though. And, of course, we don't clarify the bonus card, which is the Ace of Wands. It's just a little energy, a little footnote. So why is this Two of Swords here? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Seven of Swords, so more mystery. So I would absolutely expect the unexpected here. There might be some sort of snake in the grass. Now, I did have like a warning situation going on last week. So for some of you, it could be that still persistent. A little warning about the company you keep. Beware of the individuals you attach yourself to. Now, I don't want to say this sinks the whole reading whatsoever, but I also want to point out there's 4 swords out of the 6 main cards. That's all of the mind, and it's all of communication. But when we link the 2 of swords with the 7 of swords, it's just one of 2 things. They're both cards of things that happen in the dark, things that happen that are unseen. So I would say expect the unexpected in this time. Things might pop up that you didn't see coming, and that's okay. I'm not saying that's good or bad, but for some of you with this 7 of swords, it could absolutely be somebody who doesn't have the best intentions. So I would watch the company you keep. If there is someone trying to get your help, get your assistance in any kind of way, you need to watch their motives for sure. I would absolutely beware the company you keep, beware of certain individuals and people. And if that message hits for you, you'll completely understand who we're referencing here. But for the rest of you, if that doesn't hit, it's absolutely some expect the unexpected type of stuff for sure. Because the 7 of swords doesn't have to be treacherous, but classically it's not the best card. Let's go through and do a quick little recap here, then we'll get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, like I said, on the extreme ends of this reading, we have super positive in the beginning, but we also have a little warning attached. The 9 of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords, pardon me. Something really good coming towards you, possibility for things to settle down, settle in a little bit, but the big energy of abundance, victories, and wins of all different kinds could be coming towards the Aries collective. Moving to the center, we have the King of Cups with the 10 of Swords in reverse. So if some of you have had a falling out with a water sign, that could still be sticking out in the energy here, but I do feel this is super healing. You might be able to make big strides in your own emotional feelings about something. Heal yourself. Or this could be someone or various people asking for your help, your assistance. Moving to the extreme back end, we got the 2 of Swords with the 7 of Swords in the upright. Lots of things going on in the dark. Lots of things that you might not see, that you might not know about. Expect the unexpected, but absolutely beware of the people that you're attached to, the company you keep, for sure. That's what that tells me on the back, okay? Very prudent advice. So please take a screenshot. And we're going to get into this shadow card super quick. We're going to shuffle it up one time for the Aries collective. And we're just going to use this to tie the reading off. Okay, now when we do shadow work with the Shadowland Tarot, it's a deck that's illustrated in a darker way. So it forces us to look at the darker side of energy, which is what we want to do with shadow work. So let's just get one out here. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. What do we got here for Aries in the shadows? Whether it's something that's been in the shadows a while, maybe it's something that pops up. Yeah, so that scattered energy that I was just talking about is showing up once again. Even though we did have the vibe of something possibly settling down, we have the 7 of Cups. I would say your mind could be your own worst enemy in this time for sure with the 7 of Cups. Now, this is generally a super positive card. But like I said, we're looking at the rougher sides of this. This is somebody who is all up in their head. So beware of anxiety, beware of nervousness in this time. Thinking things into the ground. Imagination is a good thing, but over imagination or thinking way too much could cause some mayhem, could cause some problems. So I would say in this time, absolutely don't overthink it. Once again, this could be someone who's a little bit indecisive. That's not really Aries type of energy. But do with this energy what you will. Beware of the mind. We had a lot of swords in this as well. So yeah, that's what I have for you, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details for the March subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the February subscriber surprise, the winners will be posted in the community tab March 1st. But for the March subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Gilded Tarot Royale. It's one of my favorite decks. So if you'd like to get your name for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments what zodiac sign vibes best with you. It has to be a different one than your own, though. So drop that in the comments. You'll be entered to win. And that's it. At the end of March, going into April, I'll announce the winners. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.